Miguel Cotto, or Miguel Angel Cotto Vasquez to give him his full name, is a former professional boxer from Puerto Rico who competed from 2001 to 2017. During this time, Juanito was a multiple world champion and the first Puerto Rican boxer to win world titles in 4 weight classes. A hard-hitting pressure fighter for the early part of his career, Miguel Cotto would morph into an impressive counter-puncher when he moved up in weight to fight the best in the business and make himself a national hero in Puerto Rico. Born in the United States to Puerto Rican parents, Miguel Cotto was relocated back to Puerto Rico at the age of 2 into an extended boxing family that included his father, Miguel Cotto Sr., his brother Jose Miguel Cotto, his second cousin Abner Cotto, and his uncle and former boxing trainer Evangelista Cotto. Somewhat surprisingly, given Miguel Cotto's boxing pedigree, he was not taken to the gym initially to box, but instead, to lose weight. Genius is often in the genes though, and Miguel Cotto developed into a top amateur fighter. Notable exploits from his early years were his participation in several international tournaments, including the 1998 Junior World Championships in Buenos Aires, where Miguel Cotto would finish second, suffering only 1 loss and then by only 1 point. Attendance at the Pan American Games in Canada and the Boxing World Championships in Houston, Texas followed in 1999, before Miguel Cotto would turn professional after representing Puerto Rico as a light welterweight at the 2000 Sydney Olympic Games. His final amateur career statistics reportedly, 125 wins and 23 losses. Though BoxRec reports a slightly different amateur record. Miguel Cotto's career nearly ended before it even started when in 2001, on driving to the gym, he was involved in a severe accident which resulted in a broken arm. Recovery was relatively swift, however, and would see Miguel Cotto go on to win his first 32 fights as a professional, 26 of them inside the distance. Early victories over notable names such as Cesar Bezan and Rocky Martinez saw Miguel Cotto win the WBC International Light Welterweight title and the WBO, NABO Light Welterweight title before defending these lesser-known belts against the likes of Demetrio Ceballos, Carlos Maza, Victoriano Sosa, and Lovemore Endo. All the time edging closer to number 1 contender status for the major belts. On the 11th of September, 2004, Miguel Cotto's official championship run would begin when he faced Kelson Pinto for the vacant WBO light welterweight title. Interestingly, this represented the 3rd fight between the two, with Pinto previously victorious in 2 amateur contests. Miguel Cotto unable to countenance a 3rd defeat, particularly given the fight was televised live on HBO from the Jose Miguel Agrelit Coliseum, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Knocking the Brazilian Pinto down 3 times over the course of a TKO victory in 6 rounds. Some interesting highlights which illustrate the fearsome punching power Miguel Cotto already possessed in both hands, as well as his trademark compact style, are viewable in the following clip. Thereafter, Miguel Cotto would continue his aforementioned winning spree by successfully defending the WBO light welterweight title 6 consecutive times, prior to vacating it in late 2006 as part of his move up to the welterweight division. Miguel Cotto's move up to the welterweight division came on the back of an impressive unanimous decision over the highly rated and previously undefeated Paul Malignagui. The victory leading him to fighting fellow Puerto Rican, Carlos Quintana, for the WBA title on the 2nd of December, 2006 in Atlantic City. A brutal body blow in the 5th would see Miguel Cotto win the bout and become a 2-division champion. Yet it was 2 of his next 3 fights and victories that really started to mark Miguel Cotto out as a tough, no-nonsense fighter who could compete and defeat the fastest and most talented fighters around. Following his loss to Manny Pacquiao, Miguel Cotto, possibly recognizing an error of judgment had been made, moved up to the light middleweight division. Here in his first bout, Miguel Cotto would win the WBA light middleweight title from undefeated reigning champion Yuri Foreman of Israel with a TKO stoppage in round 9. The bout was held at Yankee Stadium, New York on the 5th of June, 2010, and the win made Miguel Cotto a 3-divisional champion. Thereafter, Miguel Cotto would defend his title against the dangerous Ricardo Mayorga on the March 12, 2011 with a KO in the final round. This would take Miguel Cotto's championship fight record to an extremely impressive 17 wins and 2 losses and lead him into a rematch with Antonio Margarito. On the 7th of June, 2014, Miguel Cotto would fight the WBC, The Ring, and lineal middleweight champion Sergio Martinez, February 2, 51-28 KOs, in his first fight at middleweight. Inactive for a year with injuries, Martinez was not in the best of health for a championship bout against Miguel Cotto. Martinez finding himself down 3 times in the first round and once in the 9th before retiring on his stool in the 10th. Miguel's Cotto's win ensuring he become the first Puerto Rican boxer to win world titles in 4 different weight classes. Miguel Cotto's last fight was an upset loss to Saddam Ali at Madison Square Garden by unanimous decision. It was a loss made more understandable when Miguel Cotto revealed afterwards he had torn his bicep in the 7th round and thereafter did require surgery on it. In the scheme of things it made little difference. Miguel Cotto had announced earlier in contractual negotiations with ESPN that his final fight would take place on the 2nd of December 2017 and he stuck to his word. When asked about it afterwards, Cotto stated,